All right. Welcome to the Black Dad Experience. I'm your host, Anthony Smith, and I have an amazing, diverse, rich, goofy panel of guests today. And today we're talking about what it means to be a new dad. It is definitely an experience that is crazy. It's an experience that is there's no planning for. I'm going through it myself right now. So I reached out to these brothers to find out if they had some of the same shared experiences I might have had and see if I could learn something from y'all. So welcome to the show, and I appreciate y'all. Um, we have my man Darius. We have my frat brother Tier, and we have a great friend of mine, lyrical genius, musical debonair on the ones and twos, a fellow DJ, Eric. So, Darius, we'll start with you, my man. What's going on?
What's going on with you, man? I can't complain, man. Life is good. Enjoying this dad life. I mean, as of now, I got myself a stepson, 9 years old, full of energy. I got a 1 year old. Like I was telling you earlier, she keep me up 1 o'clock in the morning. Then on top of that, I also got a 3 month boy. Man, day in and day out,
Wow.
tired, boss.
Oh yeah, he the youngest one here. He jumped in head first. So, introduce yourself to the crowd. Let everybody know.
I'm over here doing some math real quick. I'm like, you say you got a 1 year old and 3 month old. Now hold on, man. You didn't give her no break. You got right back in it.
No, yeah. What I say? What I say? A 1 year old or a 1 month?
1 year.
No, 1 year old and
Oh
three.
yeah, oh yeah. Oh look,
Yeah.
hey, I had to go and knock it out. Go and get them out the way. Go and
Oh,
get them out the way.
hey,
He ain't give it no breaks.
no, not a. You gonna need your own podcast.
I'm
All
working
right,
on that.
E. Tell a little bit about yourself, man.
Man, Eric Jicky also go by Giddy Jicky with it. DJ, Daddy DJ. Need to trademark that. So you heard it here too. So don't do it. I'm up here in Omaha, Nebraska. I'm originally from Texas by way of Nigeria from my dad, but in Omaha, Nebraska, been here 9 years and going on 10, and you know, got me a good old wife, and we done had a baby. Crazy journey, but we got a baby now, 13-month-old little girl. Her name is Erica. Her actual initials are Easy E. And yes, I did a NWA Easy E themed birthday party for her first, and I'm gonna do it again
That's
when
what's
she
up.
18.
That's
That's
what's
how.
up.
Hey, that's how it's supposed to go, man. Hey, have fun with it. One of the greatest thrills of life, man. Welcome to the show, Tier. Bring us around, my man. Tell everybody about yourself.
Yes, sir. I'm Tier Macklin. I live in Hawthorne, California, but I am from Omaha, Nebraska. While we all know Anthony from Omaha, Nebraska, I'm the only one that can actually claim it, which I don't know. Uh, but yeah, so I'm from Omaha, live in Hawthorne. I have my fiance, and we have a 1 year old daughter. She just turned one last week, and I mean, it's quite a journey. And just like hearing that we all have daughters right around that 1 year old mark is just crazy. So I'm excited for the conversation going forward. I know we have there's other dynamics to the conversation, but just to see what's similar, what's different. So
Yeah.
yeah, thanks for having me.
And no, most doubt. And I'm like I said, once again, thank you guys for coming on to share your experience. And y'all do have kids that are around the same age. Darius and we all have learned, just had a new one, another one. So he's going through it all over again. So I'm interested to find out how that's going for his second time around. So we'll start with a simple one, man. I really just want to know, what is your definition of a father? Like, what does that look like to you? Um, no wrong answers. What is being a father? And it doesn't have to be what you are. It could be what you saw coming up, what you heard about, different things. So what is your definition? What does that look like?
I don't mind
Start with you,
being
So,
the
Tier.
first.
Okay, all right.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
I'll, go ahead. Either way. No, I'll just so I don't know. For me, it's I don't know. So growing up, my mom was a single mom. My dad was still like he was in my life, but it wasn't. We weren't all together. So for me, I always wanted to make sure that I could try to just keep my family together. Me and one of my brothers, we always talk about how nice it would be if we could just have all grown up together. So that's one thing that it means. A father, is keeping the family together, making sure to be present, and just as I experience like all these different milestones with Camila, my daughter, as I experience every milestone, it's just like, man, like I can't imagine not having that. I can't imagine like not her first words not being dada. I can't imagine like her first, like her not seeing the fact that she wants to stand, or she gets mad when she can't do it and she just keeps on trying, or whatever it is that she wants to do. Like she even depending on us, and just me being able to be there. So like it just like presence, I guess that's the number one thing for me.
Okay. Darius, what you got? What's the definition of father to you?
All right. So definition of a father to me is an individual that's able to make sacrifice for the good of the family. Um, Doing that, keeping the family together, just like you just said, um, having the ability to relate generational knowledge and generational wealth. Most importantly, generational knowledge. Like just keeping it traditional, but still expanding on it. You know, um,
Yeah.
I grew up in a household, my mom and dad, um, five brothers, five sisters, in a three-bedroom house, and
Uh,
my dad, like, I had to give him praise. Like he he did his thing. He made a lot of sacrifices. Some of the stuff that we don't know, I still don't know to this day. But I can tell, like, all right, whenever he get in from work, like he's tired. Like, but at the same time, though, he still find that time to spend quality time with us, or to teach us something, or like just being in our life. Whenever I did sports, all my brothers, he showed up to damn near all the games, all the sports for all of us, and the fact that he did all that and still went to work and make changes for us. It was definitely eye opening. I still got questions for him, but eventually I get to him around it. I get around to it though. But yeah, that's the definition
That's
of
tough.
father for me.
What about you, E? What does that look like for you?
Yeah. Before I go on that definition, do y'all realize like I was watching Will Smith and he was with his dad and Jaden. He was like, I just realized that my kids are not from where I'm from.
mm,
Like you ever just realize that? Like
mhm.
you're like, oh,
Yep.
I'm from Tyler. We
Yep.
from Tyler. No, we not. I'm from
Mhm.
Tyler. She from Omaha, and them two from
Mhm.
Oklahoma. Like that's a crazy concept, bro. That's
Yep.
crazy.
Yeah.
Uh, I just had to say that. I was thinking that, and my mind
Yeah.
blown for a minute. Like, damn,
Yeah.
I'm the outcast. But
Right.
one thing I came to realization of when after having a kid, and then I'm talking to my folks, I'm like a lot like what is kind of like the question, what's a mother and a father? I'm like, I feel like most people just they end up having sex and then the baby pop out. It's just two people who had a baby. Now they trying to figure it out. So you get advice, but we figuring it out on the way. It's like we really just individuals. I still do everything that I was doing, but
True that.
the only difference for me is having forced foresight and guidance when you choose to be present. So now I think most fathers, your role is to find that direction and move the family towards that direction. And almost by any means. That's why you'll see a lot of fathers who are present that they go to everything, they still working, they ain't sleeping, they fixing everything because they know they're trying to make it to where they get into that next point. And that point can be something as simple as let's just get to this rent, or I want to get my kids to college, even if I did or didn't go. So I'm going to do what I can to make sure they get there, whether it's saving money, putting stuff on the back burner. But I think a father, that's why you can have a father community And even if they don't even have children, is somebody who gives that ultimate guidance and direction towards a goal for that unit. So that for me, that's what a father does, and that's what separates a daddy or just somebody who had a kid or a daddy with to a father.
Yeah, I mean those are there's no wrong answer. Those are great answers, and y'all have some very poignant like perspective. I think one thing that you said, E, just now that kind of stuck out. I want to try to transition to is like you're talking about that you don't feel like you do anything different. It's just a little bit of an adjustment, right? And so I've been experiencing that myself a little bit. Just finally hit the 6 month mark. Um, and there's a 6 year old here as well, so I'm double dipping here on figuring out life. But I do find myself catching myself like, don't say that, or being mindful of, oh, I can't be as lazy as I want to right now, or I can't do that because I'm an example, right? Y'all catch yourself doing different things, and you find out that you are holding yourself back
All the
a little
time.
bit.
All the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, it's like so like one thing you said, like, oh, I can't be lazy right now. It's like giving yourself the room. And let's just say I love a nap. I wasn't always like that, but I love a nap. And but like since having Camila, it's like, oh no, I don't want to be boring. I don't want to be, I don't, but like sometimes you just need a nap. And,
Yeah.
and like and sometimes she need one too. But yeah,
Yeah.
so like that's one thing where it's like, I feel like sometimes I feel really bad, and it's like I need to we need to be doing something, or like we didn't go anywhere
Hmm.
today, or we didn't do something today. And it's like, well, like she been smiling all day. And so I had to remind myself that, like, that she been
Hmm.
smiling. She all day she been able to rely on us, like, and know, like, she know when she wake up there's gonna be a meal coming. She know that she gonna be able to play with us or whatever it is. But I do sometimes like find myself like feeling like, nah, like I gotta take her somewhere. And then I remember like when I was a kid, like we didn't go somewhere every single day. My mom did her best to make every day
True
some
that.
sort of special, but we weren't even like it wasn't a luxury of like just doing something every single day. And she's just one. She's not going. It's not like she's missing out on everything in the world. But I do think about that often and want to make sure like I don't like am I guess the question is like am I doing a good job? Am I doing the right thing? So yeah.
Man, her mama cuss more than me, so I don't gotta watch my mouth. I'm like, look, she gonna learn all that from you, cause you tripping. All that. But it's not too. Oh man, I don't know, man. I just do everything with her that I normally do. So like
Hmm.
sitting in my studio, she'll be in here if I'm in here messing around with some stuff. Just trying to make sure she ain't pulling no cords out, but she knows what buttons and cords does now. It's like she know how to turn lights on, and I give her leeway to explore. If I'm playing a game, especially when I want to go to sleep, I sit her right here when I'm playing that Madden. I'm like LeBron, man. Let her leave us alone. She gonna go to sleep right here. But it, it's it's not too much. It's just an adjustment to make sure that somebody got her covered. You know. So like she's done been to the gym with me. Like I work out now like twice a day. So I'm at 5 a.m. and 5 p.m. So I'm at the boxing gym in the evening. Like I done had her at the boxing gym. And them are easier days because there's people there that'll watch her, and then she seeing all this stuff going on, she occupied. But it's I still go to concerts. I still it's just the thing that changes the most is the lack of time with your partner. Like that's the adjustment. Like for me, like we don't have no time. Especially when she sleep in the bed with you, like, oh my God, dude, this is a round car. Get out, man. What's going on?
We're trying to
Nobody
get
want
out
to
of
talk
that
about
right
it.
now. We're
Man,
trying to
you
get out
got
of
a
that
long
right
way to
now.
go, buddy.
I do, but I
Yeah.
just in my mind, I put my foot down the other day. I was like, hey, we just started daycare this week because I finally went back to work. I've been a stay at home dad for a hot second, and I was like I was like, same thing you said. I was like, hey, she got to go. Like, I'm good. Like, it's time for her to be. I know she's 6 months, not 60, but it's time for her to be independent. Like, you about to start.
Yeah.
daycare Tuesday. Like, I need you to get it on and get your life together and get it out of this comfort zone. So we had that talk, and it's been 2 days of hell at night, but we've been trying to separate her by putting her in this crib and letting her just lash out and cry it out. But to 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 your point, how are you guys? You know, it's been about a year for all of y'all. How have you navigated having your partner and trying to talk to your partner, spend time, make sure that y'all have y'all time outside of we some parents? How have y'all navigated that?
So as far as from my end, how me and my wife were navigating through it, luckily we are close to family. Well, my family, because I'm from Florida. I still got family in Florida. So occasionally I'll hit up my family, have them come over and watch the kids, so that me and my wife can get out and try to do something. Whether it's just maybe going to see a movie, going out to dinner, going to get our feet and nails done, or something like that. Um, the days that she's off, she's a security forces, so she worked 4-3. So some days she's off on the weekend, some days she's off during the week. And me, I'm usually off by noon. So before I go pick up the kids or before my son get off the bus, sometimes we have like 2 to 3 hours to ourselves. And something what I try to do is just try to remind my wife that, hey, yo, I'm still here for you. Even though we're over here grinding it out, I go to the store, grab some flowers, or just small stuff. Come home, give her a back massage, or just tell her how much I love her, and just most of the time we just sitting in the living room and just all right, cool. We finally got peace and quiet. So that's all what we do over here on our end. So yeah.
Family
What about you,
babysitters,
fellas?
family babysitters, man. So we movie people, so we go to the movies. Uh,
Mm.
we go to the nail salon. I think all black dads do the same shit with their wife. Like, yeah, we go movies, go to the park, back massage. I give her that back hug when you walk in and ain't nobody around, so she lean on you.
Hey,
Say, listen,
just
man,
did that last night.
we are
Just did that
unified
last
people.
night.
Yeah,
And hey, and here's a tidbit of the Black Dad experience. We all do the same shit, even though we didn't even know we did.
Yeah,
Mhm.
true.
There's
Yeah.
a
Very true.
golden nugget. It's just ingrained in us.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
guys are basically y'all saying y'all very intentional about sure you have time. Tia, you about to say something?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say like for us, like we've had like two times where we like we'll take her over to her brother's house, and they have three kids because she likes to hang out with the cousins. They're all older, but she likes being over there. So we'll take her over there for a few hours, and just like when there's like the big family things, we take her with us, and she'll enjoy that, and we can go grab dinner. So there's only been two times that we did that. Like, hey, can y'all keep them in? We did dinner one night for her birthday, and then we did my job's Christmas party. And then other than that, like look, I like to drive, and so like California, like we have a bunch of traffic, but around 9, 10 at night, it's clear. So I'm like, you want to take a drive, and like we'll just drive up the 405, and like Camila's there, but she's tired. So she's asleep. We just drive up the 405. How's your day? And it's cool. And like sometimes, take different directions, and it's something that it's because we don't take. I mean, when I lived in Omaha, we used to do road trips. Like we would just do a road trip. But here,
Mm-hmm.
it's not the same. Like we have to start off in an hour and a half, 2 hours in traffic. So like the little hour that we do, 45 minutes, hour just driving up, driving back, wherever we do, stop for in and out or something like that. That's I guess that's how we do it. And then I try to like ask her, like, do you want to do something else? Like would you like to do anything else? And then because before we used to have dinner a lot more, and I'm realizing that we don't do that so much now, like outside. So just try to make sure like I'm not forgetting nothing. But it's cool.
This nigga
Let's
Tier getting
let's
money, man.
transition to
He driving
right.
around
You got
California, man. Nigga gas $18
for
a
fun,
Yeah, yeah, for real. Nigga,
Nah.
gas prices
for
are
fun.
ridiculous, ain't it?
Bro,
Ah,
it's
traffic
it's
that ain't nothing. He out in
but
Calabasas. He
no.
gave us a fake name. He out in Calabasas with Drake. It's all good.
No, I'm not. But like, I mean, yeah, it's expensive, but it's going back down, and I'm not gonna say what that price is, but it's
Still too much.
expensive.
Hey,
It
so
is.
I'm his neighbor in Vegas, and I promise you, when I go to the gas station, I look at the price, I get mad. The first thing I do to make myself feel better is be like, at least it ain't California, dog. So no, I don't care what price you got, it's still too much. But we'll
Yeah.
transition to something a little lighter, right? How did y'all find out? Yeah, what was that like?
I gotta add additional question for that. So I want Darius to let us know how he found out, and then how he found out about the second one right after. That's that's what I want to know.
You go
Bruh.
first, Green.
All right. So the question was, how did I feel about like being a father or what?
No. How did you find out? So
Oh, how did I find
I
out?
said, how did you find out that you were about to have a baby? And Tierra amended and added, okay, how did you find out about the first one? And then how did the second one fall right back in? How did the second one come up?
Oh man. All right. So,
And now we can add. How did you feel when she told you about the second one too?
all right. So our first one we had together. I had just came and visit her in like I think January. This happened during COVID, and some information I can't give out on how I traveled. Uh, just know I got there. We was going back there back and forth on a month to month basis, and I come back to Florida. We had got like a little small argument, but I ain't think much of it. And next thing you know, she's calling me. I'm thinking she's about to bring up this argument again. I'm like, oh dang, I don't got time for this. She was like, hey, we all need to talk. I'm like, look, I don't got time right now. Like, give me a minute. She's like, I'm pregnant. I was like, okay, all right, cool, all right. I
She didn't
was
give you no minute.
dumbfounded.
She straight told you.
I was dumbfounded for a minute, and I was like, dang, okay, all right. I'm about to have my first little one. Okay, cool. So she came. It was cool and all them rough nights in the beginning, and then after we had her, shortly afterwards, hey, she told me, hey, I need to wear protection. I'm like, I got a gun in the closet. I don't know what you're talking about. So, and this one that we had just moved to Florida. We're finally under one roof after being 2 years apart. So, what pulling out?
They got in the same house. It was over.
And then
It was never gonna be an option.
And then I came in for work. Next thing you know, she got these notes everywhere. She had got me a Kit Kat or some Reese's and a Sprite, and I'm like, okay, all right, cool, appreciate it. And I'm looking at the notes, and I'm just going around the house, just reading these notes, and the next thing you know, we get into the kids' room. I believe it was an envelope, so I opened it up, I read it, and it's like our family got bigger, and I'm like, I cried a little bit. I cried a little bit, and I was like, okay, all right, cool. And then it was history
Did
since
your life
then.
flash before your eyes?
It did, man, because going through having them long nights with Olivia, my first daughter, man, sleepless nights. So I was like, damn, I have to do this all over again. It was rough. It was rough.
All you had to do is put a holster on your gun. Wouldn't have had this problem, partner.
but for sure it was definitely tears of joy because I did want it to expand our family, but she wanted to as well. But it was just sooner than what we thought. So I was like, all right. Matter of fact, that's what it was. She was like, "Hey, babe, I'm going to Vegas. Me and my friend, and we gonna turn up." I'm like, "All right." Some months later, she pregnant. So
This is your way of making sure she never went back to Vegas?
Because we got questions now. Now taking a turn. We got questions. Everybody can put their Kevin Samuels hat on. We got questions.
Yeah.
You can't just leave that out there like that.
So she not going to Vegas.
Oh
Left the
no,
last part
no.
out.
Oh no. She talking about she wanted to go. She talking about she wanted to go to Vegas, and so her and her friends can turn up. So I was like, all right, cool. And she was like, you paying? I'm like, all right. I already plotted. I was like, you ain't going to Vegas.
Tear the club up. Tear the
Yeah.
club up.
You forgot.
And
Nigga said you ain't going to Vegas.
yeah,
Oh my
I played it
god.
all too. I played it all too. I played it all smooth.
Not when this hit the airwaves, you won't.
Yeah.
How you find out, man? How did you find out by a little easy?
Man, mine was no drama, no nothing. The funny part, man, women show will beat around the bush till they pissed at you. She got straight. I'm pregnant on your ass. She got straight with you. And the funny part, I know you
I
really
felt
said,
that.
okay, all right.
and
I get you. No,
Oh man.
because it was it was definitely a Valentine's Day, baby. You know, a few days after Valentine's Day, she up her list.
oh Lord, she just jumped in the story.
Oh, Lord. But whatever. Yeah, when we found out, she was just like, I think she was just late. So I was like, all right, let's go get a test. So when we got the test, I'm like, get the clear test. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you lie, but it's like pregnant or not pregnant. That boy said pregnant. I was reading like, oh, dang. But then the crazy part is, so, we had a COVID wedding. So it was only like 10 people. So none of my parents was there, nobody. But we had a reception the year after. And she went, we was there, one of her good friends, her matron of honor was there. And she knew. So they giving toast and whatnot. Don't nobody else know because she got a bigger dress on. We got African print dress. Why a matron of honor just like, and since we happy for the new addition to the family. Everybody's like, huh? Because we ain't said nothing to nobody. Well, I guess we can tell y'all we pregnant.
Wow.
Wow.
So,
Did y'all
yeah,
get that
From the
recorded?
family.
I don't think it might be actually. I have to check. I don't know. I'll be paying attention.
That's a moment.
Probably a moment. I probably have to sue everybody.
Nigga.
Yeah, no. Tier, how'd you get the news?
Yeah, so I can't give you the story that I was telling my family before because I got in trouble for that story. So I'm gonna try to figure out. We can talk about it offline though. But so here's the number one thing. Here's the number one thing. I decided that it was time to propose. So I bought a ring. And we moved into a new apartment, everything. I decided, you know what, all right, we got a bigger home. It's time to propose. It's time to, do this thing. And then I looked at the ring. I bought the ring. It hadn't even arrived yet. And I gotta be quiet. But I bought the ring, and then something changed, and I'm like, what? Like, who is this person? Like you're not acting like you was acting when I made the decision and I bought the ring. So I'm like, man, I don't know what to do. And so I'm talking to I remember this was April 14th because it's my sister's birthday. My sister was supposed to come over, and I told her, I was like, nah, I'm coming over there. I'm gonna buy some groceries and I'm coming to you. It's gonna be just me, and I'm gonna cook you some food. And so I was on the phone with my brother while I was grocery shopping. Man, I don't know what's going on with her, man. Like, I don't know, man. I don't think she loved me. I don't know what's going on. And then, so I went over with my sister, whatever. I come back home and my lovely fiance, well, soon to be fiance, she's still being nice to me. Nice. And so I'm
Still
like, I don't
nice.
know. And so like we start to talk, and I'm just like, man, something is different. Like she must be pregnant. Her emotions just all over the place. She must be. And so we went to Vegas 7 days later for my birthday with all my family. We met my family there, and we just going to restaurants and chilling and everything. My grandmother, who wasn't there, saw a picture of her and was like, she's pregnant. And I was like, no, she's not. She's not pregnant. Like, whatever. And then the following week on the 28th, well, the 27th, it was a Tuesday, I think. 27th, I came home and I'm talking to her and I'm just like, you're pregnant. And she's like looking at me all strange. I'm like, yeah, you're pregnant. And she's like, I don't think so. I can talk to a doctor. The next day I come home. Pink balloon, blue balloon, pink cupcake, blue cupcake, all these books and all this stuff. And I'm just like, is this for real? Like, are you joking? But like it was obviously for real, but it was just like it's like I knew it. And so like that just brought everything together. So it's just like, man, but it was a range of emotions. And like I said, I can't tell you the way that I told my family the story, but it was I was happy. Yeah. Yeah. I was happy. I was very happy though. And it's just it's unexplainable. Like it's just an unexplainable feeling. It's like, wow, it's amazing.
That's what's up. Mine, I'll keep mine short. Mine was a little mix of everybody. So mine, I got told for my birthday. So I'm like you. About a month before that, I made a decision and bought a ring. So I told like two people. I brought a friend of mine with me, so I didn't f it up. And I don't know what made me do it for proof, but I'm glad I did for all the naysayers. I sent her good friend, a mutual friend of ours, a picture just with the K's bag, and that was it. So that was my mental proof. Like timestamp, niggas. I bought this.
Yeah.
Right. Then a month later for my birthday, I come home and she had the little notes and the scavenger hunt stuff. So I get to the last thing and it's a weird plastic box and like a cookie cake. And I'm like, okay, bet, cool, thank you. Because I'm blessed. I got a lot of stuff. I don't really need a lot. So I was like, thank you for the thoughtfulness of it all. So I open this. She's like, open the last thing. I have no clue she's recording me because usually I'm mindful of everything. So I'm opening, I'm looking at it. And it's a little note. I can't remember exactly what it said, but basically it was a little riddle about having a kid, and it had two tests in it. She want to make sure. So I look up and I was like, yeah, and I'm like, this is a prank. It's my birthday, whatever, dude. And then my mind went into panic mode. I was like, two of them in here. I was like, does this mean there's two babies? Like, I was about to lose everything. I was like, it's two tests. Is it like a one for each? I don't know why that's the dumbest thing I could have said, but in my mind it was like it's two separate tests. Is this two separate babies? I need to prepare myself. One is gonna be alive, but twins. Let's get it out the way. So that's kind of how I found out. And like I didn't believe it. It took me probably about 24 hours to just imagine it was real. I didn't believe it. Um, I'm old as hell now, so I thought those times had passed or whatever. So definitely a blessing. So with the joy that comes with finding out, boom, I'm gonna be like I got this little one on the way, right? Was it what you expected once it arrived? Once the day, not it, but the day arrived. This last year for you guys, right? 6 months for me. So far, is it how you imagining your life? Because I'm a terrible person and I watched too much TV apparently as a kid, and this ain't the stuff I saw on TV. And I'm completely unprepared because I have no idea what I'm doing, and I'm just making shit up. So, did you have expectations, and did they meet them, exceed them? Like, how's it been?
I believe seeing it on TV definitely was like overhyped. But at the same time, though, like that joyfulness feeling, though, that was there. So whenever, whenever my daughter first got here, I remember the first time I'm holding her. I'm just looking at her, and I'm like, "It's me. Like, you look just like me." So I'm like,
Yeah,
"Okay, all right." And like I'm confused because first time holding a baby, especially whenever it's yours, you like, okay, okay, okay. Okay, all right, mama, calm down, calm down. I'm over here looking at my wife like, she good, she good, she good. So I was definitely nervous holding her, but eventually over time it was like, yo, I'm a dad. Oh shoot. And then all of a sudden I just started embracing it. But in the beginning it wasn't, and then all of a sudden, like whenever like something what my mom do that I took off of was taking a lot of pictures and videos. So whenever I'm at work in the beginning, I will look back on like those pictures and videos. Next thing you know, I'm like red. I'm over there crying in the car like this is my baby. I do all of that. And I'm calling my wife. I'm like, I miss her. I had to go pick her up from daycare. And my wife, she just laughing. But yeah, yeah, it's definitely joyful. Not what I expected, but eventually over time it just started clicking and everything started falling into place. So yeah.
That's what's up. What
Yeah,
about y'all?
man. Man, I'm glad. I thought you was gonna ask about the moment it came out because I heard because I like me, I ain't scared of shit. I actually caught mine, pulled the baby out, pulled the head out,
You was
cut the
pulling the Martin.
cord.
You,
Huh?
you was like Martin. You was like
Yeah,
Martin.
listen, took off wrapped the baby. Yeah, I'm that guy. I was right there. I cut the cord. Got to say it was a girl or a boy. You know what I'm saying? I was all in there, man. You know what I'm saying? I was a trooper. No, I like. I don't know how you want your podcast to go, but I can get it. Was y'all in the room when they had the baby?
I,
Yes.
mine was different though. I was in the room and she had to have a C-section because she already had one before. So
Hmm.
look, I don't. I'm like you. I'm like whatever. But there's certain stuff I don't want to see. So I was. I keep my story short because I'm long winded. But they left me outside, and I was about to fight in the hospital. So they, we went to the checkup, and they were like, "Oh, it's coming." And we are like, "Yeah, no, it's not. We got another week." It's like, "No, it's happening." So we finally roll around. They pulled me to the side to give me some like booties and stuff like that, and they wanted her to get her shots and all this other stuff first. So I'm outside the room watching through the window, like at this little wash rack. People keep coming in and out and going. I'm like, somebody gonna let me in? Like, I don't want to just barge in the club, but I will because I ain't missing this moment. Some doctors is coming up again. Me watch too much TV. They asking questions. I'm answering them like I work there and shit. And ladies like, oh, I need to wash my. Oh, this is the wash rack right here. Yeah, just go ahead and hit the button on the foot thing. I'm out here giving directions, but I keep seeing this. Like I'm in the window like this. I'm like, I know they see me. Leave me out here. So it felt like it was forever. Somebody finally came and got me. And once I got in there, they started doing things. Like this lady was elbow deep. Pull her out. Oh my God, what's happening? Why is she in there so much? And there's two doctors. One is yeah, and the other one's here. And I'm like, I know you numb, but I can see everything, and this is a lot. Dude, thank you, Adam, because this is going a lot. So when we finally get her out, this is like the worst one for me. They get her out, they bring her to the table and stuff, and it felt like it was 30 minutes. She had not made a noise. And because, like I said, I don't know anything, and I this lady, they twisting and turning, and she elbow deep trying to get her out. I'm like, okay, it wasn't as natural as it should have been. And I'm just sitting there. I had my eyes closed. I just started praying. I was like, we didn't go through all of this, and it took me this long to have a kid for it to go like this. And I just make a noise, and it probably was like a minute or 2 minutes, and it felt like an hour. And she, they were pumping on her and doing stuff, and she finally made a noise, and then I was able to just enjoy the moment because I was losing it. I was like, not like this. It can't happen like this. I cut the cord like you, but I'm all nervous in here. I didn't snip that mug so hard. Everybody got blood. It was a crime scene. So I had to apologize to the dude. It was like I didn't know how hard or soft it was gonna be, so I was like, make sure I get all of it in one snip. That mug went on this man's chest, and I was like, I'm so sorry, sir. My apologies, but yeah, I mean, I won't forget it. I definitely was nervous, and again, it was a lot going on, but I was mostly mad because they wouldn't let my ass up in there. I was hot, but uh,
Listen, man, I'm like that was just racism, Anthony. They ain't used to no being no. Who is this man? He must work here. He can't be the father.
Boy, I was. You don't even know. I was hot. I was like, they got about 2 more minutes before I just walk up in this hole. I didn't care no more. Like it didn't even matter to me. I was not gonna miss it. But everybody kept acting like they didn't see me. That's what was really making me mad. Y'all see me in this window. Like two of y'all didn't walk out and came back in, so you see me standing here. You know who I am.
Greeted
So I
you and
was just making
everything.
up stories that right. We just made eye contact. You see me. Come back for me, dog. Come back for me. And yeah, it was crazy. So my last question was it on a different note like this, right? So this is the Black Dad Experience, and you guys have shared some great moments, and I have learned a great deal so far, and it's great that hopefully we're developing this fatherhood, brotherhood, even though we're all friends already and brothers. So the first question I asked you guys when we came on was, what does it look like to be a father to you? What does that look like? So now I ask, what do you all think it means to be a black father? And is there a difference?
Um, for me, it it's an honor, like it's a real honor, and I think that I have a responsibility to make sure that Camila, to set her off on the right space and to lay a foundation for her just to be great in general. But beyond that, I need to equip her to understand her history as a black person, and her mother's Guatemalan. But I need to equip her to understand her history, to understand the history of our family and what our family has experienced, from how we ended up in Nebraska in the first place to how we ended up in the South, in Mississippi and Texas, and like how we ended up coming to where we are now, and just make sure that her identity, um, that she can align her identity with what was and what can be, and that she remembers that, like, that she is greatness no matter what. You don't have to be placed into
Mm-hmm.
into any sort of bucket, and like people will look at you a certain way based off of your skin color or based off of what you look like or whatever it is, but you are still capable, you are still yourself, and you need to act with these morals and values because of who you are, because of, like, not for any other reason about what's around you, or even like being here in California. And like, I don't know, there's so many things, but really I just need to make sure that her identity, her culture, is something that she is, that's within her. It's not something that's on the outside. It's not about how you look. It's not about what you're wearing. It's not about any of that stuff. It's about who you are on the inside and what you are to your community, and not forgetting about your people, your folks. And so I think that it's going to be different for Camila growing up, because I have my circumstances and situations with my parents growing up, and my having my dad be incarcerated and everything. She's not going to have to experience that. I do want her to know about it and know about the realities of some people's lives, and know where we came from. But I want her to continue to move forward because she can, and not to be held
Yeah.
back by anything or anybody, anything that someone tries to prescribe to her. So yeah, I guess teaching her that the culture is internal, is something it's something that's a part of you. It's not something that you wear, not something that you look like.
Darius, what about you? What does it
Man,
mean? What does
I
black
couldn't,
fatherhood mean?
I couldn't say it better than that. It's definitely an honor. It's definitely an honor having that ability to be a black man. You're raising a kid. It's bad enough. Like, we're already held to a higher standard because we can't get snappy. That's what we're known for. Hey, yeah, like he has, like he's real sensitive. He might snap or something. So I'm honored to raise my kids, especially in today's society, because I'm letting people know it's like, hey, yeah, even though my family has history, even while being black and from the South, even though we have history, here I am. I'm still standing. Look. look what all my family went through, and look what all I've went through, laid the foundation for my kids and the next generation to come. So I'm definitely honored because whenever my kids get older, they'll be able to look back and be like, "Wow, Dad did this for us. He did that. Like he laid all these foundations. He gave all these life lessons." They'll have the ability to stand on their 2 feet and do the same for their kids. Um,
Most deaf.
yeah,
Most deaf.
yeah,
What about you? What does it mean to be a black father?
It's interesting because we're automatically a unique minority according to stats, right?
yeah,
So if we say one of the problems in our communities is not having fathers around, I'm at least happy to know I'm a part of a solution. Being a
mm,
father
Mm.
around, just in itself, I think it's a piece that we get to represent that a lot of that's just not represented in mainstream, like just a black dad, right? Even to the point where packaging for baby products may show a white family, the whole unit, but they'll be missing the black dad on the black stuff. And it's like,
yeah,
so just contradicting the narrative, just literally by existing and doing what we're doing is always fun. And
Mm.
then just being a somebody who can be an example without, for me, having the pressure to be an example. Like my existence is the example. So I don't have to say, "Oh, I'm a black dad. I need to do this." No, I am the definer of a black dad because I am the black dad. So that means
yeah,
whatever I do, black dads do automatically because I'm a black dad doing it, right? So I don't have to say, well, they do it. No, if I'm doing it, I'm a black dad. That means black dads do it. So
yep,
yeah, we might go to the park. We going hiking. We doing this. I'm gonna take you over here. I'm gonna throw you in ballet or something. I'm gonna take you to boxing. I'm gonna go. You're gonna be at the music concerts really soon on them turntables, little girl. But it's to be an example without I really don't have pressure though to be an example because I know it's just my existence. If I'm doing what I do, then it's there and for her and hopefully we get at least one more in here, replacement theory. Don't just gotta put two on it. It took two to make, gotta put two back. Uh Hopefully for her and another sibling sooner or later, just to have somebody to show them to be a person and to have that balance to where they don't have to deal. That's like one less stereotype they got to deal with. There's gonna be plenty of them, but I get to be a part of the solution of you ain't got to deal with that one. I'm right here. You ain't got to listen to that. You ain't falling into that, and can be that second pair of ears and second pair of eyes, to keep them and guide them because half of this stuff happens, you know, in our communities just because there's not enough eyes and ears, you know. It ain't really because people bad or it's just a struggle. It's literally just simple math. You got two more sets of eyes, another set of eyes, another set of ears to watch. So just being that and understanding that and being here, man, it's a blessing to be a part of the solution, bro.
Well, I commend all of you brothers for being a good example for me. Like I said, I'm late to the game, but you all had kids before me, and we were friends before that. So it's been a pleasure for me to see how you guys have been integral in only a year, right? But you've been there for the whole birth, so it's been more than a year. You've been a dad already. So I just want to commend you guys, for being. I guess I should say the example, but as you said, I mean, that's a great point you made. Just being there is what it is. You don't have to follow anybody else's rules or examples. So I commend you guys for being um, active fathers. Right? We coming up, we've seen experience. We may have had those experiences. We've definitely seen them in either our family or our friends circles of absentee dads or just not active, or they there not for everything, or they just not the best person to be following behind. So I just want to give y'all kudos, man, for actively being a part of your kids' lives and changing that stereotype and changing those narratives. And hopefully that's what we're gonna do with this work that we're doing here. So again, I say thank you guys. for giving your time. Thank you for
Thank
sharing your
you.
experiences. Thank you for being open. And this will not be the last time that we talk, fellas. So
Definitely,
this has been
definitely.
another episode of the Black Dad Experience. Make sure you subscribe and tune in and catch us on all the platforms. We'll see you next time. So I'll pause there, fellas. If y'all want to grab y'all little ones, y'all can
Yeah.
definitely bring them on camera.
Hey
Go ahead
man,
and
we
grab
got a
them.
whole lot
I'm
of
gonna let
topics to get to in general, bro. Like I got some shit to get off my chest.
it.
Hey, how was your woman
Right.
acting right after that baby happened when you got to deal with all that aggression? Nah, bro.
Hey,
Let me
we
grab
definitely gonna keep going. Like I said, I'm gonna cut this middle part out, and just infuse it when we get the little ones on here,
Yeah.
and then we will, um, we can have this after conversation.
Okay.
I don't know if you can unmute Tierra. Yours is showing mute. I don't know if you did
Yeah,
that
I
by
just unmuted,
there by itself.
but I don't want it to go back in the camera. Hold on, let me because
We
she's not
can
gonna be able to
do.
hear you.
It's all good.
Huh?
I'm not asking the question. I just want y'all to be able to show y'all little ones. I'm gonna say action once
Oh,
everybody
okay.
come back in. So you good.
All right. Hold on.
She ain't really gotta hear anything. You can just if you want to have her wave, you can have her wave.
My son on shade, he's sleeping.
Robbie,
Say hey, mama. Say hey.
lost Tierra.
She waving.
Say hey, mama.
What's up, E?
Look.
You wave.
Wow.
You wave, mama.
Look
Say
at our
hey.
Here
friend.
got that Cuban,
What he
Spanish,
doing?
Mexican, El Salvadorian baby. Look at that boy.
Man, Tierra, baby, got a whole curl going on.
No, for real.
Say hi.
Come here. This part, y'all.
Say
You
hi
can, I'm
to
gonna
our
edit. You can stand right here. I
friends.
just want you to see their kids after I say. All right, so I'm gonna say 3, 2, 1, and then that's where I know to come back in, and then we can just say a few things. But just want to show the girls. So 3, 2, 1. So we got all the fellas got the little ones in here. This is Miss Journey.
Wow.
Eric got Easy E in the building. We got the Panamanian princess over there. Darius then grabbed all of he left the newbie out.
I got
Darius
one
left the
knocked out
newbie
right
out,
now.
but Lord. So we just want everybody to have a chance to see the little ones. Funny enough, we all ended up with little ladies. That's we'll see how that one goes.
Right. Say hi.
So
Good job, mama.
fellas, it's been a pleasure. God bless and thank y'all for being on.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.